Hello, my name is Isabel Anakekyo. So today I'm going to present about what is hypertrophy. As we know that in all of our sports and exercise, we need hypertrophy to develop our strength, our enlargement of our muscles, and it is really important and essential for us to increase our performance in sport. So, what is hypertrophy? Hypertrophy is a term for the growth or an increasement of the size of a muscle cells in your body. Your muscle cells will be large, and in a hypertrophy, it will develop into a larger size, and it also includes the enlargement of an organ or tissue from the increase in size of its cells. Hypertrophic is and changes such as something that occur in a fast twitch or a slow twitch that happens in the muscle fibers. So it includes three, whereby a healthy cell, a hypertrophy, and the hyperplasia. So, as we can see that in a healthy cell, it is a normal or a regular size of a cells, whereby if you do the hypertrophy, you guys can see that there is an increase in the cell size, and the size look more bigger than the healthy cells and more bigger than the hyperplasia. While for hyperplasia, it has an increase in a cell number, but it is not larger, it is not the bigger as the size of the hypertrophy, whereby it is more larger than the healthy cells and the hyperplasia. Next, you can see that is the type of muscle hypertrophy. We can know that how is the process happens due to the muscle trophy, whereby the muscle is increased and enlargement in the muscle size. So it includes the sarcoplasmic reticulum, mitochondrion, T-tubules, sarcolemma, the thick and the thin filament that is myosin and the actin. So, in enlargement of hypertrophy, it includes the microfibrillar type, whereby it is the definition of a growth of a muscle contraction parts. And what do they do is to increase the strength and the speed of the muscle, and it will activate the contractor muscle. The next type is the sarcoplasmic. It is a definition of increasing in muscle glycogen storage, and it will help in increasing the energy storage and endurance to the muscles, and it will activate the glycogen stores in the muscle. That is how hypertrophy happens in the muscles, and is showing the what type of muscles that make the hypertrophy occurs. So the objective of increasing the hypertrophy muscle is to increase in the cross-sectional area of the muscle, and to increase in the storage capacity of the high energy substrate and enzymes. Next, how do we stimulate the muscle hypertrophy? Is first, you need by the progressive tension overload. If you do normal things, your muscle will not be increased, but only in a normal size, and your muscle cells is also in a normal size. But to ensure that you are doing an hypertrophy, you need to do a progressive tension overload, whereby you need to do a hard exercise that are different from what the normal things that you are guys doing to enhance your muscle to be a greater size. That is called hypertrophy. So in progressive tension overload is by increasing your tension levels in your muscle. So for a progressive tension overload is by you need to increase your tension level in your muscle fiber by increasing the amount of your weight when you're lifting over time. Means that in a normal things that you do, you need to add on the load or the time that is different from what you normally do to enhance or to make the hypertrophy occurs, whereby add on the loads to make sure that the hypertrophy is occur. And then muscle damage, that is an actual damage that is caused by the muscle fiber or called a micro tear. This damage must be repaired, and if the body is provided with a proper nutrition and rest, it will adapt better deal with what caused the damage. It means that when you do a muscle, you add a lot in your exercise, yes, your muscle will be tear. So when it tear, it is good things, whereby it is a positive. Your muscle will be, the hypertrophy will be occurs, and if you're having the micro tear, you need to eat a lot of protein to recover your muscles, and it will make your body become more healthier and more stronger, and it is a fast relief for your injury. Next is the metabolic stress. It is referred to a working fiber to their metabolic limits to the repetition of an action of your muscle failure. So it means that any muscles that you use in doing an exercise, you need to make sure that it is doing a metabolic limit for your hypertrophy to occur.
Okay, next is for the training guidelines. So for the training guideline, we have the frequency of training, which is to be trained by 2 or 4 times per week or per weeks. Okay, then the hypertrophy session are generally split session. Then it is trained a specific group or group of muscle in one session. So the volume for the hypertrophy is the load must from 67 to 85%, and then the repetition is 6 to 12, and the set is 3 to 6 with the rest interval between 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and 120 seconds in each exercise. So the time shortening the concentric movement at fast to moderate speed for 1 to 3 seconds, then elongating eccentric at slower speed 2 to 4 seconds to be effective. So this one is the type of exercise. For example, for the weight training, which is the use of dumbbell and the barbell, which is we call lateral dumbbell fly, upward dumbbell fly, deadlift, and the bench press. As we can see in the picture, so the sport related to hypertrophy is basically all of the sport are related to the hypertrophy, because if they did not have the bigger muscle group, he will not able to be contact with other players, such as the rugby player, the handball, and the football, and the extreme sport like martial art sport, which is the taekwondo. They need the hypertrophy because it have to absorb the impact from the kicking or the punch. So the hypertrophy will help to protect the internal organ and to reduce the injury. So this one is the training unit for hypertrophy. So the training unit for taekwondo is exercise, which consists of exercise: squat, bench press, rowing, leg curls, bicep curls, tricep extension, and crunches. So for the squat, bench press, rowing, the rest interval between exercise is 30 seconds, and the others leg curls and bicep curl, tricep extension for 1 minute for the rest interval. So the implement of the squat is Olympic bar, bench press is a bar, rowing and leg curl using machine, bicep curl easy bar, tricep extension uses of dumbbell, and the crunches is body weight. So this one is a training unit for the badminton, which is specific to the movement of the badminton player. So the squat is Olympic bar, lunges. So the exercise is squat, lunges, leg pull down, shoulder press, bicep curl, calf raise, and crunches. This is the specific movement of the badminton, which is they have to do the smash, to do the reserve for the backhand, and try to reach the shuttlecock and receive back. So they have the 30-second and 1 minute, and for the rest interval. So the lunges, they have to do the 3 set for the 10th rep, or 8 reps, or 6 reps for the 70 to 85%. So the crunches is 3 set of maximum repetition. For example, if the crunches to do for the 1 minute, so they have to complete the maximum repetition until they feel fatigue for the each set. So the conclusion is hypertrophy is the increase the muscle and the growth of muscle cell, which are referred to the exercise that can increase in the muscular following the volume of the exercise based on the training goal, consists of repetition, set, and the rest interval between exercise and each set. And thank you.